Night. The Atlantic Ocean looks calm. But this is exactly where a ship vanished that was never supposed to vanish. No distress signal, no wreckage, no witnesses. 128 people simply disappeared. And it happened in a region that would later be called the most mysterious place in the ocean. March 1918. The war in Europe has been going on for 4 years. Military transports move non-stop. One of these ships receives a routine assignment: deliver a cargo of manganese ore. A routine voyage, nothing unusual. The weather is perfect. The crew is experienced. None of them knows yet that this voyage will be their last. The first days of the voyage go perfectly. The vessel maintains a steady course. Radio communication works flawlessly. Dispatchers receive routine reports. Speed, normal. Course, steady. No problems. And then something strange happens. The communication cuts off, without warning, without explanation. The last message contained no alarm, no distress signals, no hints of danger, just a standard report. And after that, silence. At first, no one worries. Delays at sea happen often. But another day passes. And another. After 2 days, dispatchers begin checking.
Mark the position. We need to scramble a team now.
The ship never arrived at its destination. There is still no communication. Alarm begins. Officers review the route. And they realize something strange. No vessel saw it. No port recorded its passage. The ship seemed to vanish between points. As if it had been erased. Within hours, a search operation begins.
They scan the ocean sector by sector. They search for everything: debris, lifeboats, fuel slicks. But the ocean is empty. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Rescuers begin to understand. They are searching for something that may no longer exist. In maritime history, this rarely happens. Even if a ship sinks instantly, the ocean almost always returns traces. But not this time. And then the first theories appear. Some of them sound frightening. Because if even one of them is true, that ship did not sink. It vanished. The first theory, an attack. During the war, submarines destroyed ships without warning. It sounded logical. But something strange quickly emerged. No country reported an attack. No submarine commander logged it, and such victories were always recorded. The second theory, an explosion. If the cargo shifted, the ship could lose stability. and sink within minutes. But this didn't add up either. Even an instant disaster leaves traces. Planks, barrels, life jackets. But the ocean returned nothing. Then a third theory appeared. The most disturbing one. The area where it vanished already had a bad reputation. Sailors avoided it. They called it cursed. And that is exactly where the ship was heading. To a place later called the disappearance zone. Years later, researchers began studying the archives, and they discovered a strange pattern. Disappearances had already happened in that region. The compass started going crazy. The needle spun on its own. Navigation stopped working. Some crews reported fog, but not ordinary fog. It glowed, and it moved against the wind. Other sailors spoke of lights in the sky. Not lightning, not stars, but moving lights. Some claimed the sea suddenly became smooth, like glass, and then the waves rose instantly, without wind. Scientists long considered these stories fiction, until they started checking the data. And that's when things got even stranger, because instruments showed an anomaly. Something that should not exist in nature. And that is exactly where the vanished ship passed. The researchers decided to reconstruct the ship's final minutes, step by step, mile by mile, and everything matched, up to the final mark. And then the records stopped, as if reality itself had been switched off. No distress signal, no wreckage, no trace. When the news reached the shore, no one could explain what had happened. The ship had vanished. Rumors appeared almost immediately. Some spoke about a gigantic wave. Others spoke of a strange fog. But there was another version. The one sailors spoke about in whispers, about a place where ships disappear. Sailors spoke about strange phenomena in this area. Sailors spoke about strange phenomena in this area. Today, some researchers believe that the ocean behaves differently in this place, as if nature itself breaks its own rules. But the truth is that there is still no exact answer. The ship vanished, and the ocean never returned it, and perhaps it never will. But the most frightening part, this ship was not the only one. Over the decades, dozens of ships vanished here. Some found explanations, others only found more questions, but the ocean keeps its secrets, and perhaps some of them we may never know.